Hey guys, this is the fourth set of stamps. For this one, I gathered up everything that had just fallen out of random envelopes. I don't know where any of this came from. However, it does look a lot more interesting than the previous batches. I do see a lot of very old stamps. For example, this one is, I believe, is Queen Victoria. So that puts it in the 1890s or earlier. From Newfoundland, too. It's interesting. 24 cents. There's a lot of stuff from the Gold Coast. I don't actually know where this is. I know it's somewhere in Africa, but I don't know what the current name of the country is because this does not exist. It's also something interesting I see here. It looks like there are some unused stamps here. I guess this is the passing of the crown. As well as, let's see. Wait, no, this is the beginning of King George. I saw something else here. There it is. Silver Jubilee, 1910, George V, R, I guess that stands for Ra, which means king. 1910 through 1935 postage stamps. This is a really old book. Postage stamps, there's even ads in it. See if there's any stamps left. These were stamps. This is for airmail. I definitely do see stamps in there. There aren't much though. Okay, come on, there's gotta be some in here. There's one. Silver Jubilee. Now there's a full sheet here. Halfpenny. This is a full sheet. This book is probably very valuable. At least 20 bucks. And I remember seeing something else cool in here. I don't know if I can find it. There it is, underneath everything. There's an actual expiration date, so I can turn this in still for 5 pence in stamps. This is from, like, what is it? The 9th of July, 1966. That's awesome. Alright, I'll put it on time lapse and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright guys, everything's all sorted out. And since these ones are older and more valuable, I actually went ahead and looked through them all and found the various values attributed to them. These are all used value except for a couple of them that are fresh. I've been using a website called stampworld.com, I think? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, stampworld.com. It's a really good website. It has basically every country in the world and all of their stamps, so that was really useful for filling out all these values. So for the Gold Coast, we're staying here first. I actually looked, this turns out that it was Ghana. I think Ghana after like the late 1950s or 60s, it changed name. Up here we have the halfpence. We have pennies. We have the 3 halfpence variety. This one here does not appear to be used. I'm not 900% sure that it's not used, but it does not appear to have any stamp markings on it. Ooh, now that I'm looking, look on King George's cheek. That might be something, I'm not sure. I don't know, okay. The most that I had of was 2 pence, which is talking drums. And there was only one that was not the same as everything else. This was Queen Elizabeth. By the way, every one of these except for this one was, this is the 1948 issue. Next we have the 2.5 pence, the 3 pence, 4 pence, 6 pence, getting out of focus here. What is this? A shilling and 2 shillings. If you're not familiar with the markings, the first number is the number of shillings. The second number, if it's a dash, it means nothing, and it can be anywhere from 1 through 12. That represents the pence after the shilling. I had to figure out that myself. Didn't really understand what it meant. And here's everything else. So this is mostly Great Britain here. At the top we have a pair of modern stamps. I don't think if I said anything, but there's a few New Zealand stamps here. Again, modern. Oh yeah, I don't think I'd said also at the end of everything, the Gold Coast was worth $38.69 in total. So all of these stamps are pretty valuable. This is like maybe 20 or 30 cents each. I don't know. Anyways, modern stamps up here. There's a halfpence something. I don't know what this is. And then these two that are matching. I guess we'll go to Queen Elizabeth down here. This is 1 shilling 3 pence from the Jubilee Jamboree, which has something to do with the Boy Scouts 50th anniversary or something. I'm not really sure what it is. Let's see, I think this is the next newest. This is the coronation of King George on the 12th of May, 1937. Both are unused, although they aren't very valuable here. What is it? 110 in total. Here we have the Silver Jubilee booklet for King George V. There's a 1 stamp there, 1 on the previous page. There it is. And then 4 on the last page. Let's see if I can open this with only 1 hand. This is hard to do. There we go. Silver Jubilee, halfpennies. And we had some other ones that were separated from the booklet. They may have fallen out. They may have been taken out intentionally. I don't really know what happened. But anyways, the 4 halfpennies were $2.20, 2 pennies were $3.30, and the 3 halfpence were $4.95. Oops, looks like these have been moved around a fair bit. We're starting to get back into the pretty old stuff. This is 1913 as well as this, or actually no, this is 1934 through 36. So this is not as old as everything else. Let's see here. We had the halfpenny, which is 1902. It's a different color from everything else, that's how I can tell. These ones were the 1904 through 1910 issues, and the 1913 issue. These are all halfpence. Then we have the pennies, all the same color, so I can't really distinguish them, but these are all actually the 1902 variety, since there was no separation or change. So there's a penny halfpence from 1934 through 1936. We don't really know exactly when. Here is another penny halfpence. As you can see, it says 1.5 right there, which is from 1902. It's $3.30. And this is the 1881 1 pence. This is the oldest British stamp I have so far, although I suspect there's very old ones in the book. This is from 1881 and it has 16 pearls. There's 2 varieties. One has 16 pearls in the corner, the other has 14. The 14 pearl variety is much more valuable, but I doubt I have it since it's much more rare. Let's see, let's do this random British colony. It's called the Orange River Colony. It is a part of South Africa now. It was the colony itself only lasted through 1902 through 1910. And this is only 11 cents, so it's not really that interesting. Next we have the United States, and here we have very old stuff. So we have this 3-cent stamp from 1861. It's showing its age very well. It's most likely that it was rose, and it's worth $3.30. Here is so these two are Internal Revenue stamps. So they're kind of like tax, but it's not the same thing as a postage stamp. This one is from 1860, and it's worth between $1 and $2. And this one is worth about 50 cents. It's from between 1875 and 1878. So the total for the US is $4.80. The total for Great Britain is $27.73. And the real good stuff is in Canada. So let's start on the left. This is from British Canada. This is before Canada became its own nation. It's 12.5 cents, or 6 pence sterling. I'm not sure what's with the weird conversion there, but this is from between 1859 and 1864, making it possibly the oldest stamp I have. It's in competition with the 3-cent from America. Here's another Canada postage. This one's much more modern. It's between 1870 and 1894, but that's still pretty old, and it's worth $1.65. I don't know if I said it, but this is $55 according to the site that I was looking at. This stamp is actually unused. It's from New Brunswick between 1860 and 1863. This is probably my favorite one. As you can see, there's Queen Victoria on all of these. It's worth 2 cents, or it was 2 cents, and now it's $27.54. And finally, we have this Newfoundland stamp that was not stamped correctly. I don't really know how that happened, but it's from 1866. It's 24 cents and worth $55.07, just like the other one. The kind of strange thing about the site is that everything is written in a multiple of 11. So I feel like they input one number and then multiply it by everything, and right now it's 11. So, yeah. Also, we have this coupon. I don't know if it's worth anything. I kinda doubt it. But I do want to keep it because it looks pretty cool. And who knows, if I go to Britain, I might try to turn it in. We'll see if that works. As I said, there is no expiration date on it, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Next time, I'll probably go back to the more modern stamps, and then after that, I will do another old stamp video. Ooh, I almost forgot. The total value of everything is $210.66, so I'm really excited for this box. This is only 74 stamps, so I don't know how much more everything could be worth. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.